Welcome back to Mercury Farms for episode 4 with me, MrSealyp. It's fully loaded and it's ready to go. Thank you very much for everybody's comments on the last 2 or 3 episodes. I know it's been a little bit different on Mercury because it is predominantly logging and forestry at the moment, and people have taken to it really well. They like the fact it's something a little bit different, and I'm fully aware of the concept that the longer the log, the better the price. I did some tests on FS17 with that, and I think kind of came to the conclusion that 7 metre lengths, was it 7s or 8s, were about the best. Because I did think about loading this up with just full trees, but the entire tree, and just do the whole thing with full trees. But I'm sure when I did that on FS17, I actually got less than if you did it like this, which was peculiar. But anyway, that said, I've got to be incredibly careful with this because this is bumpy, to say the least. So I'm trying to find a route out that doesn't involve me disappearing down a ditch. So I'm going to go down this track, then across that flat bit if I don't get lost again. I have got a job to do. See what I mean? So I just cut across. I don't know what to do for the best. Yeah, I've got a job to do. It's not a contract, but it's just a suggestion that was made, and it's to do with the options that JiM's given us in game, so that we can actually sell. We can sell water, we can sell manure, we can sell slurry, we can, there's all sorts of stuff. And there's the Pallet Unload area, and someone was asking me the other day about unloading and what can you unload there. Now JiM did say that generally what's there in pallet form is what you can unload. It won't take liquid fertilizers or anything like that. So somebody has asked me, I'll say someone, actually I had a few people comment saying this about selling fertilizer there. So what I'm going to do is sell this load. I'm going to sell the little fuel bowser we've got, because I'm not going to use it. If I need to fill up, I'll go and fill up. I think that was... No, it wasn't actually. I was going to say, I think that was because when you started on this map, all the vehicles needed maximum repair. They weren't short of fuel. So yeah, I'm not going to use it, so I'll get rid of it. So we'll do this first, and then check on that. I think what we're going to do is get some chickens too. We're going to get the ball rolling on them. They're fairly low maintenance to get going. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now I've got an option here as well to think about. We can buy the pallets of chicken feed, but there is that new all fruits mod, that all fruits silo. So potentially we could see about installing that and use that for things. See, that was something that didn't dawn on me when I did the first look. Not the first look, it's not a map tour. When I did the guide 2, and I said about that, and it was a bit kind of weirdly, I couldn't see the point. Again, a couple of comments, and thank you for those people that did comment. I shy away from pigs because they're a bit of a nightmare to do, especially when you're starting out. With all animals it was always difficult, especially when you start a map, because you've got to build up all the produce. And that was one of the reasons I think why they added the ability to buy bales on FS19, was so that you could start animals straight away if you wanted to, if you had some money. And I think having that all fruit silo is actually pretty handy if you want to do pigs and you don't want to buy pig food. You want to buy the individual, like the separate crops, store them in your silo and then feed them up until your crops are ready. That's actually not a bad idea. I quite like that concept, because at the end of the day there will be a lot of farmers out there that keep livestock that don't do arable, and I've mentioned that before. If they're a pig farmer, they'll probably buy in pig feed, or they'll buy sugar beet, or they'll buy whatever it is their pigs are going to eat from local farms. I'm not saying all farmers, because I'm sure there are plenty of pig farmers out there that do provide their own feed for their own animals, and the same with sheep and cows and any other livestock. So as far as kind of realism goes, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that concept of buying in your feed. And I think another reason why they added chicken feed in, and they added the horse feed, the oats. You can make oats, of course you can. You can grow them, sow them, and you harvest them and whatnot. But the fact they gave you the ability to buy pallets, so again you can get your horses going straight away. You haven't got to worry. Anyway, I digress. We need to get this sold. See what we make. We haven't had any mishaps so far. I've been trying to take it easy because I don't want to go mad. I'm going to gradually build the farm up. I also have the wood chip dilemma now with the Hyzomat heating plant now being available and now working, that there is that option, and we could always, I suppose, have a heating plant up here or put it somewhere else on the map. So you've got the option to sell wood chips or produce energy from them or whatever you want to do. Right, let's do straps off. There we go. Farm dog's excited. Right, so what do we have? We have 34,000 on one load, 38 on another. 41. Okay, so we did make a little bit more. Was it 34 or 38? My mind's gone blank. It was, wasn't it? Yeah. 41. So that's not too bad. A little bit more. All adds up, doesn't it? Okay, so the question is, do I bring everything back over here? I'm thinking of doing some pine trees now, because I've done a few over there. I want to have a go with these pine trees and see if it makes a difference. If we can get more lumber per tree. We are going to need to plant some more over at the forest where we've been felling our trees. We do need to replace them. That's all part of our forestry, forest management, etc. I'm pleased with that. 41 grand, that's good. Okay, so next job then. Let's do this. It's kind of a, I suppose, a fertilizer test. I don't know. It all adds to the options, doesn't it? Sorry for the... I was just looking across to where the track was, and I couldn't work out if there was an entrance just there. But there isn't. I suppose I could cut one in the hedge, couldn't I? Awesome. I've been thinking about the old customisation of the farm. And, yeah, trying to work out really what to add. Might add some trees in, dunno. Just want to make it a little bit more kind of personal, you know? It needs a little something. So, let's just put this here for a minute. Beacon's off. Stop the engine. Right, I've been repairing bits and bring them over a bit at a time. I think it's just the cultivator left now. Right, let's back onto this. Hook it up. No, the only downside of doing this, it's only a minor downside. It's no different to when you could do fuel on Sussex Farm and on Mercury Farms, the FS17 version of this. That you need the money to outlay first. I know the fuel was, when I was using the 60,000 litre tankers from FS17, it was what, 118,000 to fill one of those up, which was, it was pricey, but you more than made that money back. So right, fertilizer. I don't know what it's going to cost to fill this, but let's fill it. We are trading fertilizer. It's an interesting concept. Haven't really done this before. I suppose now you could do it with anything, can't you? On this map, this isn't going to work on all maps, obviously. Specifically for this map, because JiM's got that sell point, that unloading point. A lot of maps won't have this ability. So it's kind of unique to all this. It's what I like about JiM's maps. It's all a little bit different, isn't it? What's this going to cost me? Okay, pricey. What was that? 26 grand, does that say? 26,000. Wow. 26,700. Okie dokie then. That's pricey. I really do hope I make this money back. It's going to be one of those horrible things that the price for fertiliser is going to be awful now, because this has got a hitch on the back. I should be able to. Might not be able to, but I should be able to hook up the fuel browser as well. Take it with me. Maybe not. No, it doesn't like it. Different hitch, isn't it? Yep, I'll come back for that later. Right, well. Let's see, shall we? Can we make a little bit more money? I need to make more than 26,700. Or this will have all been for naught. Well, that's an interesting one. Because I'm baffled. I thought it was just pallets. I thought because it was pallets here, and I know I'd spoken to JiM before about it, and he said, yeah, you can sell your pallets. So, you know, I suppose it's that concept before FS19 came out, with the idea that you can unload pallets back off of a trailer. It gave you the ability, if you had bits left in pallets, you could sell them off. But being able to unload from a trailer... Okay. Let's see what we're going to make, shall we? Slightly worrying the money didn't start to go up straight away, but I hope that was just a... $34,000. So what would we do? 20? What were we? 27? Did we say 26.7? It didn't make a lot. Well, I suppose £6 for doing nothing, really, isn't it? I thought it'd be more than that. Oh well. Well, at least I'd be gave it a go. Mind you, I've got this set on normal, not on easy, and you know, I suppose depending on what economy setting you've got your map set on, you might make more. But it was a test, and it worked, and we've learned something. That's the main thing. Let's get back to the logging. wonder, let me just check something here. So that's the garden centre, isn't it? Because it won't give you prices on here, will it? No, it won't. Right. Oh yeah, chickens. That was the next thing, wasn't it? Although that's going to mean... Should have kept old... Yeah, hang on. We started off this map with chicken feed, didn't we? We had one crate. Where is it? Over here. Will it fill up automatically, or do I need to pick it up? It should fill up automatically, shouldn't it? Okay. So, what we'll do then is we'll go and get some more chicken feed. You know what, I'm going to do that next. We've done a bit of logging in the last couple of episodes. I do need to do some more, and I'm definitely going to do some more. But let's sort this out, shall we? Let's go and get some more chicken feed. I know it would be a lot easier if I just... Well, I say it'd be easier. If I buy a field, it's going to cost me money to buy the field, and then I've got to harvest it, and, you know... We've got some wheat in here. Let's go and get some more chicken feed. At least I can get them producing straight away. And let's go and buy a load of chickens. Means we get to go up to Windmill Hill as well. Now I could have just sold those plots up there, and I could be placing another chicken coop down at the main farm. Could do that. I can't remember how much this is to buy. Let's negotiate, shall we? Okay. So we want pallets, and we want big bags, and we want wheat bags. 1,500. Oh, that is quite a price, isn't it? Okay, well, let's get... We get 4. So I'll buy 4 or 5 then. I lost count. Yep, 5. Got trigger happy. A little bit trigger happy. Never mind. Right, let's fill this up. And then let's get to Windmill Hill. Get some chickens on the go. You know what? I've got an idea forming. So this idea brewing in my head. This is kind of when I was talking about landscaping earlier and doing a bit of work on the farm and making it a bit more personalised. This has come from Cat Noir. I've had a lot of stuff from Bear and Papa recently. Cat Noir. There's a few other people that have sent me things, and Cat Noir sent me a video or a video link to show me their farm here on Mercury Farms, and they put the chicken farms at the main farm, the chicken pens, chicken coops. I quite like that idea. So what I think I'm going to do, let's go to garage and let's scroll across until we get to, I think we've got 2 left, haven't we? I left 2, didn't I? There we go, 2 chicken coops. So let's sell that one. And that one. Let's go to placeables, animal pens, go along to JiM's. Right, chicken coop. So the two we've just sold pays for the one we're going to buy. And that will hold 100. Okay. We don't want it here. Let's zip across the map to our farm. Let's put it in here. Please let me place it. Place it. Okay, that's going to be right in the... Don't really want it in the middle, do we? Oh, that's annoying. What's it colliding with? Please don't collide with things. That's weird. Oh, how annoying is that? Bear with me a minute. I'm going to have a fiddle around so I can work out. I don't really want to put it slap bang in the middle of the yard. Well, I suppose I could do and then just drive around it, can I? Oh, hang on. Yeah, we could do, couldn't we? That's going to be right in the way of the jet wash. What about if I turn it? Okay. That's not bad. You know what? I think... Let's have some chickens. Let's have them at the main farm. Brilliant, okay. £13. What was that for? I'm sure that yard's level, isn't it? Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. We'll be fine. That's only that's, yeah, that only works with an American accent, I think. There are quite a few sayings and things that an American accent can get away with. The British one, yeah, doesn't really kind of do it justice. Things like "you go, girlfriend," and you know. I'm going to stop now. Oh, I'm delirious. Delirious. Excitement of buying chickens. That's what I said was that the work we were going to be doing forestry-wise was going to be paying for other things, and the other things are going to be the chickens. So now. The concept was brought up, and this is an interesting one as well, about the whole rooster thing. Now, a rooster has one important job. I'm not going to go into details, but as far as fertilising eggs goes, but fertilised eggs produce chickens. Well, I suppose technically, yeah, there is a reproduction rate, isn't there? So I think we can go down the route. There's a certain amount of laying hens and a certain amount of reproduction hens. Well, that's what we'll go with. Let's get a rooster. I'm going to stop talking now. Let's get two. And let's go with... I'm going to have black chickens. My next door neighbour used to have them. What were they called? Bantams? I'm sure it was something like that, wasn't it? Rhode Island Reds. Or were they red? Yeah, probably. Right, so... I'm not sure... Okay, 1, 2... Okay. Hang on. 5,000 new livestock. 9,000 other. Need to check that. I think we may have filled this to capacity though. I may have clicked too many times, which means reproduction wise I won't get any new ones because there's nowhere to put them. Yes, 98 and 2. Well, I suppose there's no reason why I couldn't place another pen at some point, but there's no way of moving them, is there? Of course not. Oh, that's annoying. Didn't think this through, did I? It doesn't matter. I suppose at some point you're going to hit the limit, aren't you? Right, so they just need feed, and that's it. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's where the egg boxes go. Having one of those really weird random days where my mind just, can't remember what I was doing. Life was so much simpler when it was just logs. When it were just logging, life were easier. Oh, you know what I've just realised? Seriously. And you've probably realised this, and you're probably already shouting at your screens. I just paid that, what was it, £6,000 on all of that? No, it was more than 6, wasn't it? 7.5, because I bought 5 bags and not 4. Is that we've got a load of stuff in storage, haven't we? I've got 14,000 litres of wheat and 12,000 litres of barley already there. I forgot we had stuff in storage. What was I thinking? Mind you, that said, you know what I'm going to do now? Which is probably not a bad idea. Let's recover some of this. Let's sell the sunflower. That's not a bad price. And where is that at? That is at the garden centre. And then if we go with the soybean and sell that at the livestock market. Okay, so sunflower, let's do that. I'm going to put this into storage. Genius. Well, the chickens are going to be happy anyway. So, I'll do sunflowers. Hang on a minute. Oh, I know why. So 4,000 here, but I think the rest is in the silo at Mercury Hillside. It's split between the two, isn't it? This one's over there. This is another of those episodes, you know, like when you start out with an idea in your head of what you're going to do, and that all just flies out the window. Other things seem to, take hold of your life and your mind, and it all goes slightly awry. It's all good. We're still making money, just in a different way. I want to get back to logging. Please tell me it's not split between the 3, so there's more of it over at the where the animals are. I might have missed. Oh no. Seriously? So where's the rest of it then? It is, isn't it? It's in the third one. It's split evenly between the 3 silos. Right, I'll see you back over at the garden centre in a minute. I've just got to whiz over to the animal silo. So that's kind of... Oh, Jim, you're a so-and-so. You really... Oh, dear. That idea of, you know what, I've got all this stuff in storage. Just go and grab it. Let's go and grab it and sell it. He doesn't make it easy, does he? Can I get out in this field? Possibly. I know you could on 17, but I don't know if he's blocked it off. Thank you for the person. Somebody commented to say it sounded like I was getting a sore throat. I didn't realise I was, but you weren't wrong. You obviously picked it up from you know, my voice on the thing. I know I've been had that annoying little cough every now and again, but yeah, my voice is on its way out. Well spotted. Is this where the last of it is? Please tell me it isn't here. Yep. And there we go. Right. So. Ah dear. Send it. Right. Finally here. Let's sell these. Awesome. And we'll do the same thing with the soybean. That'll be down to the livestock market. Sell that. And then I think I'm going to move the forestry equipment over to the sawmill. And let's do some pine trees. He's pining for the fjords. So I think what I'll do while I'm here, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to sell the soybean, and then I'm going to go and get a load of manure to take back with me to the garden centre. Might as well. Ooh, not bad, 22 grand. See if the trigger works a little bit better on a smaller trailer. It's a little bit finicky on the larger ones. That's better. Might as well while I'm here with the trailer. Makes sense. So here's what happened. I went over to collect all the forestry equipment and start bringing it all back, and realised that in the last episode when I was loading up the other trailer, I had a load of 5 metre logs left on the floor which I couldn't fit on. So I started to put them on here, and I thought, well, rather than bring them all back just like a handful, if I put the 5 metre logs on first, I could then get some longer logs on top, and they wouldn't risk touching the fifth wheel here. So I cut a load of 8 metre ones and put them on top. Problem was, everything started shifting. I made sure it was all level and it was all kind of out to here, and the more I put on, they all sort of shuffled around a bit and started edging backwards, which meant all of that weight now. And look how much this back axles here have just absolutely just. Let's see if we can crouch down and get under here. Look, it doesn't like it at all. That's not good. So yeah, so I'm going to sell it and we'll see what we make. I've already bought over the Komatsu. That's already come over, but we have made a purchase. 31 grand, that's not bad. And the trailer popped up immediately. Okay, that's good. So what I'm going to do is just take this over to the logging area. I might leave, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave the trailer here. because the other trailer's over there. Just put that there. So whether or not in this episode I'm going to get started on the logging, I don't know. But what we'll do is head up the track. The sun is dipping. Luckily on Mercury, compared to Marwell, it's now what, 27, and we're not dark yet. These trees are big. So yeah, the trailer's here, the Komatsu's here, and it's only dawned on me I had the stump grinder on the New Holland skid steer loader, which was going to be quite slow to get over here. It's only 13 miles an hour, and then obviously the telehandler with the manure fork. So I thought, you know what, let's make a purchase. I sold the fuel trailer and got about 7 grand, and then decided I would buy the American Bandit trailer. It's one of the new mods that came out yesterday. I didn't do a guide on the mods that came out yesterday. Another hectic day in the MrSealyp household, so I didn't get round to it. But this is a mod that was ported over, or has been ported over, from FS17 by Bandit Booker, and I liked this. I used it on Lone Oak Farm. I think it came out quite late in the kind of run of FS17, but anyway, I'll see you over at the farm in a minute, so I'm kind of part way through bringing machinery back. And here it is. It's the American Bandit DO24. It's a low loader trailer. What's really cool about this mod, as opposed to how it was on FS17, on FS17 it came black with the stripes down the side, or the hazard bits, whatever you want to call them, the red and white reflectors. There's a word there, I'm sure that's what they are. But if we look into the store, under, where are we, low loaders, it's only 4,500, which is brilliant, absolutely amazing. But the cool thing is, in FS19, we can change the main colour, so it's MrSealyp green, but you can put whatever colour you want. You can change the rim colour, but we've also got this. If I zoom in a little bit, we can get to it. Let's see. We can have low hitch, middle hitch, high hitch. So depending on what vehicle you usually tow it with, yes. I started off with a middle hitch because I thought, you know what, go middle ground, and I thought I'd grab the New Holland T6 to pull it. On the middle hitch it sat at a slight angle, so I got it the wrong way around. I thought, oh, I need a high hitch then. Put it on the high hitch and it was worse. So when I put it on low hitch, when you hook it up, it sits pretty much level, which is kind of where you want it. So I like that adjustment. The ability to change that is really cool, because I thought, well, that way when I'm doing my forestry and moving things around, that only goes at 13, that goes at 26. I can load them both up and move it all in one go. So we've got ourselves a new trailer, plus that trailer can be used for pallets, for anything really. I just thought it would make sense, and if I hook it on the back of the lorry we can get around the map quicker anyway, so it's kind of a win-win. I don't know, obviously, if I'm going to transport it normally, well, using the T6, the hitch is at the right height for the T6. I don't know how it's going to be for the truck, but you know, I'm sure it's all going to be fine. I'll put it into traffic though. Yeah. So with that load done, that's 208,000. That load of manure that I took, I got 12 grand for. So not bad, really, not bad at all. I'll probably end up doing some logging overnight, I think, because the sun is starting to dip. And obviously with everything else that I've done in this episode, which I wasn't intending to do, I didn't get as much logging done as I was hoping. And I want to get some of these pine trees down, so even if I just cut one down before the end of the episode, I will have achieved my goal partially. I really am hoping someone brings out fuel tanker mod soon. Where are you, BDBSSB? When we need you. Some of the mods they brought out for FS17, BDBSSB, I think that's the right way, were just brilliant. And the liquid storage pack was great with the tankers, and there was the forage and chip silo and some other cool things. I think people are also hoping for a larger, I know this is great, this trailer's brilliant. For moving around bits of machinery and things, it's absolutely fantastic, and you can double it up as a bale trailer and whatever else you want to use it for. It's got straps and that sort of thing. But I think people want a bigger low loader for putting things like harvesters and stuff on, with a wider flatbed. And we've still got that issue that stuff doesn't seem to lock down very well. This one seems okay actually, nothing's moved around. But I know that, I always get it wrong, Goldhofer or Godholfer, I can never remember, isn't as good. You know, things tend to just drift about a bit. So let's stop there. Let's put the back down. Oh, back up the tractor a little bit. That was, I think, because the weight on it. Okay, let's go off the tractor. And let's unload. Actually, what we'll do first, let's raise it up a bit so we can get the skid steer off. I kind of put that down to hold it into place a bit. I don't think it needed it, but cool. Move this out of the way. Okie dokie. The gang's all here and we're good to go. These are epic. Look at the size of them. Awesomeness. Right, let's move this out of the way. Now, before I decide what I'm going to do to finish off the episode, something I realised. There's another one of those, really, everyone else knew. If we go here to the main farm, and we click on L3, it didn't even dawn on me, because I started on new farmer mode. This bit I bought extra. This was part of the kind of setting up so we could have the sawmill and all the trees set up. Field 23 I haven't touched, and I'm not likely to, because that kind of came with it, but I don't want that to impede the game in any way. We start off with field 10 and field 11. Didn't even dawn on me. We got obviously the bit up here, and I bought the BJ the other day, and we've got the plot of land up here, and I bought the forest. Obviously we've got, which one's that one? Oh yeah, grass 1 and grass 2. Which we already own. I just didn't even realise. I think both of those fields, I think, are both ready to harvest. How did I miss that? And one's going to be barley and one's going to be wheat. So again, having all that stuff in storage, I went and bought wheat to feed the chickens, and I didn't need to. I could have just harvested what I had there. So there you go. Missed it. But now I know, so I'm going to get that done as well. That'll probably be tomorrow morning. What time is it now? 10 to 7. It's like the old RF World War II stuff, isn't it? Bandit, 7 o'clock high. It's not quite 7 o'clock, but nearly, you know what I mean? Anyway, right. What shall I do next? What am I going to do? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is get some of these trees down. Now, I've been thinking about this. My first load I did on the other trailer, and I did Was it 6 metre logs I did? Because that's what it said the trailer took. No, I did 8, didn't I? Did I do all 8s? I'm trying to remember now. I did 6s, then I did 8s on here that came out to about so far. So I decided, because I had a bit of space left, I could do 5s and 5s. I haven't done any 7s yet, so I'm going to do a load of 7s. I've also been thinking about tomorrow. Because our truck at the moment is leased. So what I'm going to try and do overnight, I think, let's get inside and let's put that up on 7s, like so. I think what we'll try and do is make a load of money overnight, whether I do some more water runs, manure runs, whatever. So in the morning I've got enough money to actually buy a truck. That's probably the best idea. Let's get one of these down. I'm just curious as well to see, who do you think the space that each tree takes up? If the fir trees give you kind of 2, often 3 lengths, these seem to be a lot taller. If you look at the pine trees, the fir trees that are here, there's a fir tree. These seem to keep going. So hopefully we're going to get more per tree. That doesn't mean we'll get more on the trailer, but we'll get more per log, per tree. Lift and pull back. Take it round. That's caught between the trees. It's the only downside to planting trees close together. That's gone right between 2, hasn't it? Of course it has. Wow, that did not like that one bit. Okay, so let's just cut it, shall we? Ooh, 4 and a bit. Some of those other trees were 3 and a little bit, 2 and a little bit, and some I just got 2 because the little bit vanished. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Right, well, there we go. I did get a bit of logging done. And what I've got to do now is build up a massive pile. So I'm going to continue, but we have come to the end of this episode. Let's get some lights on to make life a little bit easier. I hope you have enjoyed it. A little bit different to the whole episode of logging, but we did get a bit done, a bit sold. We sold a bit of fertilizer, a bit of fertilizer trafficking. You know what is it? Bit dodgy. Don't normally do it, but you know. We've got chickens, so it's all good. If you have enjoyed this episode, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.